I wrote the book America's Dirty Wars because the 200-year history of irregular warfare is something that we don't readily understand. That so often we think of America's military campaigns being the large ones, World War I, World War II, yet so many of the actual episodes of American involvement in warfare have in fact been part of what I call dirty wars or irregular warfare. These dirty wars are characterized by all of their irregular elements. The soldiers don't wear uniforms, civilians are targeted. These are many of the things that we think are out of bounds when we think of warfare. We do know that all war is brutal. But it's also true that these irregular or dirty wars tend to be especially so. Why is this book important? Part of it is because we tend to forget our past, to forget about these searing experiences in dirty wars. Yet more recently, we can see how destructive they can be. Iraq, Afghanistan. These are enormously costly, poorly understood wars. And before we can move forward and decide how we want to address future conflicts, we need to know what we have done in the past and done and are doing today. One big part of the book is to remind ourselves that there are many lessons in our history that we have failed to learn. But it is also true that we have sometimes learned the wrong lessons. Think of the example of Afghanistan, where the United States military imported what it thought was the successful strategy from Iraq, believing that this would work equally well in Afghanistan. A few years later, to its disappointment, the U.S. military realized that this Iraq model was entirely inappropriate for Afghanistan. We tend to see in these irregular conflicts that losing is quite tangible while success is amorphous. And that just makes them all the more frustrating and difficult to understand, especially for an American public that is used to winning its wars decisively.